town slowly got smaller in my rearview mirror, and then disappeared completely as I entered a wooded area. The trees loomed large and dark overhead, blotting out what light was left. I felt relieved. I was kind of undercover, and felt confident enough to put my headlights on, which was just as well, as I was finding it hard to drive, just the white lines guiding my way. Of course, I knew I didn't have a clue where I was, but I knew where the town was, and kind of estimated whereabouts the manor was in relation to where I was. Still driving at a snail's pace, I had time to look left and right, looking at the forest. Dark and deep, and spooky as hell. My charge in the passenger seat lay sleeping contently. Lucky thing. We'll soon be home, I murmured. Home. I guess that was my home now. My house back in the town felt so alien. Like another person lived there. A past life. A whole different reality. I felt conspicuous. The headlights, the engine sound in this quiet forest. Like everything could hear me. Everything. Not person or one. Luckily, it didn't take long for the road to open up into fields and farmland. I looked for signs that led me to the manor. Surely there would be some. It was a tourist attraction after all. After a few more twists and turns, I saw a sign. One of those old ones, in the middle of the road, on a clump of dirt and grass. One said Little Fiddle. The other pointed back to the town. Another said Goose Egg Farm, of which I could see the entrance to, right on the left. Free-range eggs, a large sign said. And beneath it, I couldn't believe my eyes. It was a chicken, roaming free. That is free range. And even more extraordinary, next to him, was a little black kitten. Where there's life, there's hope, I thought to myself. I slowed the car and stopped. Not too close. And carefully and gingerly and quietly opened my door. Hey, little one. The kitten just stared at me, then trotted right up to my feet, curling around my legs, mewing. I picked up the little creature. It nuzzled my neck. I popped it into my hoodie, and then looked around for the chicken, who now sat happily next to the free range sign. Come on then. I guess you'll have to come home with us too. The chicken was less easy to wrangle, especially in the darkness. But with a lot of clucking and feathers flying, I managed to pick her up. Shh, it's okay. Come on. A chill ran through me as something else rustled in the bushes to my right. But instinctively, I knew it wasn't anything cute like a kitten or a hen. I retreated to my car and shut the doors, locking them, releasing the chicken into the back seat. Okay, gang, don't panic. Nobody panic. Why am I the only one panicking? I watched in horror as the thing, a creature, bigger than a dog. It had lumpy, grey, veined skin, and four legs, limbs, that ended in spikes. It lifted what I assume was its head, and seemed to be sniffing the air. And it's only when it turned directly in my direction that I noticed it had a face, a human face. It crept towards the car. It avoided the headlights for some reason, scraping that long claw along the side. I held my breath, I held everything. I could only watch in terror, moving my eyes, not my head. I daren't move. I daren't breathe. It came alongside, next to my window, flaring its nostrils and steaming up the glass. I prayed that all the animals would keep quiet. Please, please. If I kept quiet and didn't move and held my breath, it would leave. It made its way to the rear of the car, as if inspecting it, as if trying to judge what it was. I heard a scraping noise, then a thud, and I knew it was climbing up onto the boot, and then onto the roof. Those sharp claws scraping and tapping overhead. For what seemed like hours, we all sat, or laid, quietly. Even the creature was motionless. I guess listening, smelling, I don't know. I tried to think of every single horror movie I'd seen. Do I just start the engine and drive away? Do I just sit here quietly and hope that it leaves? I opted for the stay quiet. And that's what we did. The dog slept. The kitten curled up on my chest in my hoodie and also slept. The chicken made itself comfortable on a loaf of bread and also seemed to doze. I did not. I sat rigid, eyes wide, aware of every single movement and sound. The wind in the trees, an owl, the gentle pitter-pat of rain that just started to fall. But that damn creature did not move a muscle. I checked my watch. Only 15 minutes has gone by. Oh God, this is a nightmare. And to my dismay, I realised that I really needed to pee. Curse this nervous bladder. There was no way I was going to get out of this car. No way in hell. Luckily, or unluckily, after 20 minutes, I heard the screech of a fox, and the creature bolted and leapt off the car and ran into the undergrowth. My first thought was to drive away. No, I'm going to wait it out till morning. I had a feeling that these animals were nocturnal, and I wasn't moving anywhere in the night, ever again.